right, we're back now. We're going to talk about this funky game. It's called Amplitude.
Yes.
From Sony for PlayStation 2. What'd you think of this one?
Well, Amplitude is the sequel to a really crappy game called Frequency. Now, Frequency...
It was misdirected. I don't know about crappy. It
Frequency you want to
really
pretty much avoid at all costs.
Right.
But obviously, they thought they had something here, went back to the drawing board, and made this game called Amplitude. And I gotta say, it is 100 times better than the other game. It's an addicting game. It is now a fun game. It is now a cool game, and I hope they make more.
Basically, what you do is you get a little spaceship. It's called your freak, and you've got your freak.
Your freak on.
You get your freak on a track, and then your track has got all kinds of music coming towards you, and the tracks are split up by vocals or bass,
guitar,
drums,
synth, effects.
Right, and all this music is streaming towards you. It's really a percussion game. You have to time the beats all the way through, but you're juggling between all of these different tracks, and it really does feel like you're creating the song with the artist.
But the great thing is that they use a lot of licensed music from bands like POD and Pink and David Bowie.
There was Mekon, there's Papa Roach,
Run
there's Run DMC, Herbie Hancock, that old... It was fun to hear that. The music's awesome in the game. It's really cool, too, because they didn't just throw in all kinds of techno stuff, which is what you got in the last one. Frequency was mostly just techno club kind of music.
Right. This
is rock and roll. You got Weezer in there, you know. Fun music, cool music. And then you can also get online with this game and play with other players. And that's awesome, because suddenly you're playing these music battles where everybody's trying to get open the tracks as quickly as possible, and you can actually shoot the opponents and get them off of the track.
Now, the one problem I had, when you're actually on the track that you're doing, it does say at the bottom, it'll say bass or drums or vocals, but I would have liked the volume to have been a lot louder on the track that you were in. Now, they do raise the volume a little bit, but sometimes it's hard to
know what you're playing.
If they would have turned the volume up, it would have taken care of that.
Especially because a lot of this music is so multi-layered. I really loved Amplitude. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. You got to check this one out.
Completely addicting. I give it an 8.
On the positive side, this game features a nice collection of modern pop stars, plus some classics like Run DMC and Herbie Hancock. The gameplay is very easy to pick up, addictive, and gets very challenging as you progress. But the best part of all is you can get online, you can share this music and this game with other players out there.
On the negative side, although they have a lot of trendy new tunes, I would have loved to have seen more genres of music, like blues and classical. And we wish it was a little easier to distinguish which track you were on.
Today on Judgment Day, we took a look at The Sims for the GameCube. This one's got incredibly addictive gameplay, but there's no doubt about it, this one is feeling a bit old now. For the Xbox, we looked at World Racing. There's some nice looking graphics in this game and a nice collection of Mercedes-Benz, but this has the worst menu screens we've ever seen. For the PlayStation 2, we looked at Auto Modelista from Capcom. An incredibly original idea, having a cel-shaded racing game. It's too bad about those horrible controls, though. Also on the PlayStation 2, we looked at Amplitude from Sony. This is a much better sequel to Frequency with great music, addictive gameplay, and incredibly fun multiplayer modes. And in hardware, Tommy and I looked at the modem and broadband adapters for the GameCube. Hey, it's awesome that you can get online with the GameCube. We just wish there were more games to play. For the Game Boy Advance, I looked at Virtua Tennis. This game doesn't look anything like the console versions, but it still has lots of cool mini-games. Well, Amplitude was definitely the best game we played this week. We'll see you guys next time on Judgment Day.